Hello everybody. I want to give a quick demonstration of the process for filing a FCC Form 470. I know there's been some questions in the past with folks, and there are some new changes that they made to the 470 for this upcoming funding year 2018. So I just kind of wanted to walk through a quick demonstration for everybody so that can make it easier for you. Okay, so let's get started. So first things first, you want to log into your EPC account, your profile, and when you do that, your default page that comes up after you log in is your landing page. If for whatever reason it is not, simply click on Reports, then My Landing Page, and that takes you to your landing page. All right. So over here on the right-hand side, find the link in here that says FCC Form 470. You want to click on that to open up a new window to get started. All right. In here, you want to give the form a nickname. So in this case, it's just going to be an internet access, and then I'm going to put School District 26 and then for funding year 2018. That way I know, and providers know, school districts, etc., and for what funding year and with the type of service. Now, if you're doing both Category 1 and Category 2, state that on this because this will be the entire form nickname. So if you're doing both Category 1 and Category 2 on the same form, then just state that in the nickname accordingly. Okay. Save and continue. This just gives you who the recipients of service are, and that looks good on this part, School District 26. Save and continue. And then, am I the main contact? In this case, I am the main contact, and that contact information will be over here on the right-hand side. If you are not the main contact, then you need to put that person as the main contact. And before you do that, that person needs to be in the EPC system in your profile already, so you can find that person. Okay, save and continue. And then in this case, like I said before, you can do a Category 1 and Category 2 filing on the same FCC Form 470 if you choose to do that. In most cases, that is perfectly fine. In the one case, the exception, in my opinion, would be if you were doing a special construction project, I would recommend filing a separate Category 1 for the special construction to keep that separate and independent on the 470. Okay, so in this example, I am just going to walk through a Category 1 example. Now, the Category 2 example, the process is identical, so the process is the same. So Category 1, save and continue. And in this case, I do have an RFP that I'm going to include as part of the 470. So I'm going to select yes because I want to include it. Now the nice thing here, unlike the Form 471, the 470 gives you the option to upload a document that's on your computer or somewhere else, which is very convenient, very much like most applications that we face with in day-to-day basis. 471, you have to upload it into the EPC profile beforehand, but on the 470, you do not, which is nice. All right, so click on Upload, and I'm going to go to Find My RFP. So I have that, select that, click on Open. It is scanned. It's good to go there. Save and continue. The RFPs, this is the one that I had just uploaded, so I'll click on that because it is the service, the RFP for that service request. Now, if you have both Category 1 and Category 2 requests and you have multiple RFPs listed here, you can select one or the other depending on what service you're building the FRN for. Okay, so save and continue here. Now, I have a narrative that I'm going to add. Now, I'm not going to bore you with the details of that narrative, so I just have this little section here. I'm going to cut and paste, or copy and paste for that matter. That way, you don't have to watch me type all of that information in the narrative. And the nice thing is the narrative does allow a far more detail to be added than in years past, so which is good. Okay, save and continue. I have to add a service request. So that gives me an error message there. That just gives me the narrative of what I'm doing. I'm adding a service request. I'm going to, in this circumstance, or in this example, I want to, requesting service of internet access. The service bandwidth amount is going to be a minimum of 400 megabytes up to 1 gigabyte. Now in my RFP and in my narrative, I'm asking for bid increments between 400 and 1 gig in 100 meg increments. Okay, so I know that a 400 meg service, the technology on that service will only be either fiber-based Ethernet or a microwave service. Now, I am, in this example, I'm okay with receiving bids and evaluating bids and potentially accepting a bid with microwave service. You may not be in that situation where you do not want to receive any bids or select a bid of microwave, but in this example, I am going to be okay with that. So what I need to do, and this is one of the new things with the 470 dropdown, is I'm going to select least lit fiber because I know that one of the options is going to be a fiber base. It's going to be quantity 1. Now the minimum, as I said before, is going to be 400. It's going to be up to 1 gigabyte. I'm just going to put the one entity served here, and I'm going to ask for both the installation and maintenance on those. It also asks me here, right here, that is this the RFP that you want to be included? Yes, that is checked. Good to go. All right. And real quick, this is just some more language, detailed explanations to each one of the items here in the drop-down to help you navigate through which one to select. Okay. So I want to add that least lit fiber service. So it's listed there. Okay, so here it is, least lit fiber, 400 meg to 1 gig on there. Okay, now since I am going to request bids to come in and evaluate and possibly select a bid that has microwave, I need to include the internet access and transport bundle. This allows me the option to select a microwave service if I choose to do so, if it just meets all the criteria of the bid responses. Okay, if I do not select internet access and transport bundle, I just listed least lit fiber, and I honored bids that come in, and I award a bid that is a microwave based technology, I could possibly, highly probable, I could be denied in my 470 because I did not ask for internet access and transport bundle. A little gotcha here in this process I just wanted to point out to everybody. Okay, all right, so I have 2 line items that I have added, 2 service requests basically, one for least lit fiber, one for internet access and transport bundle. This allows me to accept bids for either microwave or fiber base. Okay, they're identical, 400 gigs minimum, 400 megs minimum, 1 gig maximum. All right, exactly the same. All right, everything looks good there. The bottom here says, am I going to request installment payments? I do not want to request installment payments on this example. If you've made arrangements and you want to do that, then you can select yes if you want to do that. And then I'm the technical person. I am the technical person, so I need to go and search for this. So I'm going to type in the user, and that is, in this example, in my test demo site, I have school user district 26 there. Save and continue. Now, I have state procurement laws that are influenced by this decision. I do need to be paying attention to my Idaho purchasing laws, so yes. Now, I do not want to put in a bunch of language in here because I don't think it's necessary. So what I would recommend doing, and is very acceptable, is I have the link to our Idaho legislator legislation, the statute of the procurement, and I'm just going to add that in this narrative, this link. And that is information that they need to go out, the reviewer needs to go out and look at any information. They certainly can do that. Makes it easy. You don't have to add any narratives, just the link itself. Okay? Review FCC Form 470. Now, a little bug here. This is going to spin for a long time, but I wait about 5-10 seconds or so, and then I will click on the refresh button. That just kind of helps it move along in the process. And I may need to do it a couple times. Just a bug that's in the system as of right now on this. So hopefully this will release and we can continue on our process here. Okay, so I can click on this link here. This is the PDF version of the 470 that I just completed, just finished. Okay, you can click on that and that'll download and you can review it, etc. I would definitely would recommend to download it and then file it along with your other E-rate information. And it's a good way to double check to make sure that you've selected the details correctly and they are articulated in there the same as you had on the both for lease lit and the bundled service. Just some of those details you want to make sure that they're accurate. Okay. Check the box to make sure that I certify that the information in the PDF is correct. I'm going to say that I reviewed it in this example, just to, in the essence of time. Continue to certification. And it says, do I want to proceed? Yes, that sends me to this part. Correct. Now, here's where we need to do the applicant certifications. Just basically certify that they're accurate, etc., etc. I am going to, again, in the essence of time, just say that I've read all those. I do recommend at least briefing through those to make sure you understand it. Then I'm going to click on certify. And then just a little quick disclaimer saying any false statements, etc. You can get into trouble if they're false statements. Click on yes. All right. That little section there just says the action was completed successfully. But I want to take one more step here. Okay, go back to your reports, my landing page, scroll down to the bottom. FCC 470, 2018 is the funding year. And then in this example I have, this is the last one that I did, that is certified. It shows certified here. You want to make sure that it does say certified, not pending or unknown or whatever the term is, because if it is, it's not completely through the system. You want to go back up here and you may have a task saying that you need to complete that 470 for whatever reason. Okay, so just make sure it says certified, and that way you know that your 470 has been submitted, it's been certified, and then you will receive an acknowledgement notification that says letter, but it's a notification saying that it's been received, and then it actually gives you the date you can act on your 470. It basically is 28 days after today in this example. Okay, so it already gives you that date in that notification, so you know when that 28th day is. And then that is it. You have successfully submitted your FCC Form 470 in this example with an RFP, and then now I just need to answer the questions that come through and award after the 28 days. You can go and review all the bids, have your scoring matrix, etc., and then go from there. If there's any questions on the 470 process, feel free to give me a call or send me an email. I would be happy to help. Thank you very much and have a great day.